What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with the next episode of Grey's Anatomy, Season 9, Episode 13. Let us get into it, shall we?
They've installed cameras. They're all over the CCU. Next level, the ORs, the hallways, the on-call rooms.
I always thought there were cameras.
Who knows what evil lurks behind that electronic eye?
Morning, Dr. Yang.
Big Brother knows my name. Big Brother can see your name tag.
The cameras
That'll
are
do
not
it.
here to spy on you. They are here to supplement you. On the other side of the camera is a remote position to help reduce mistakes.
Pretty
We've
smart.
all heard the buzzwords: streamline, optimize, integrate, adapt. Every day someone comes up with a new strategy or technology to increase our efficiency. The idea is to make our lives easier. The question is, does it?
Ultimately reduce costly litigation. So does that answer your question?
With disturbing clarity.
Let's move on then. This OR has been arranged with maximum efficiency. Now, what are the main causes for bottleneck? The layout of OR supplies. So what we have done here is...
ORs are sloppy.
They are. What does that even mean?
We'd know if you just put her stupid tights on her. Pick her up and you yank her tights on her. She cries. Because you wasted all the time cajoling her, so now I have to be the bad cop.
When every second counts, you need the most efficient approach.
What she said.
It's about new hospital procedure, and we weren't invited.
It's boring.
Don't you guys get what's going on?
They're closing the ER and streamlining the place.
Why bother teaching us the new protocols if we're gonna be gone anyway?
It's not that bad.
Is it? Look at this. Nurses are stockpiling. The end is coming.
Your average time between surgeries is 37 minutes. I'd like to see that cut in half. Thank you, everyone.
Closing the ER should cut down on
Meaning
time.
a
We won't have any
20-minute
patients.
break?
Well, he says he's not going to do anything about it until it actually happens.
Can't be a trauma surgeon without an ER. Is he gonna leave town? Because if we go with him, I'm screwed.
Make this all about you.
Derek has a plan.
Where is Derek?
He spent the night with Kepner.
Derm cuts a fellow, and then cardio skips a TED conference. We'll get a little bit here, a little bit there, and we'll have enough saved to keep the ER alive.
Oh, they're gonna be pissed about everything, but that's okay. It's gonna work.
That was the subject line?
Is that bad?
Well, would you open an email that said proposed budget cuts? We're just gonna have to pitch it in person. It's hard to say no to someone's face.
Oh, no offense, sir. You have an unusually appealing face.
Brush my teeth. I know, you do too.
Standardizing an OR is one thing. I have brought in Dr. Daryl Nussbaum.
When did you become such a kisshead?
Right.
The last 5 hospitals she improved ended up cutting their staff by 30%. I learned the rope cattle if it means keeping my job.
Dr. Nussbaum, you can take it from here.
Good morning, everybody. Now, I have just one question before we begin. Are you ready to rock some hernias? Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
I love her.
Has she moved yet?
It's nicer when her mom's here.
She had to leave for work. You guys stop. She's 13. She had a double hip replacement. You'd be angry too. She's 3 days post-op now. She doesn't move her hips. We're looking at clots. Have to make her do it for her own good. Oh, look who I'm talking to. Can't even put a toddler in tights. Huh?
Oh, you show me how a bad cop does it.
Krev, get in there.
Why me?
You're a fellow. It's an order. That's how a bad cop does it.
I sent contractors to measure the ER.
And I told them to get lost.
I know, that's why we're talking. The ER is closing. I know you don't want it to.
While we're treating patients, I don't want your workmen in the way.
We are on a tight schedule with the renovation.
I'd just like to hear you name one thing that you can put in there that's more useful than an ER.
Where are we going?
Ruth, Medivac's coming.
I shouldn't.
We're the first
I didn't
responders.
realize there
We're
were like,
closest.
not all
It's
hospitals
arguably-
had
Name
an
me
ER.
one thing that you would replace it with that matters more.
40-year-old male logger versus chainsaw. He's hypotensive and tachycardic. Oh, and his nose is pretty much sliced off.
How's his airway?
Intact?
Oh, I got it. I have it.
Squirter!
I was closest.
And that's why the ER should stay open.
Everything appears stable. Let's redress the nose. See who else is available.
I'll check.
Keep holding pressure. As soon as I find out the surgeon, I'll get you out.
So I got it. Having one person control the carotid limits his chance of stroking out.
All right. Got her too.
Right away.
And there you have it. A technique I have developed through years of highly focused research. Eat, sleep, and breathe hernias, folks. After today, something tells me you will too.
Over the years, I developed my own technique for hernia repair. If it's all the same to you, I'll stick with that.
I'm sure it's lovely. The point here is to standardize the way Seattle Grace Mercy West approaches the hernia.
I suppose.
Listen to old man Weber, my ways are the best ways.
Now, what do you say to a little friendly competition? First surgeon who can perform 20 hernia repairs will win bragging rights and this sweet baby.
I've seen those in the gift shop. They're not cheap.
They're making us fight to survive. Second prize is a one-way ticket to the curb.
Shall we begin?
Tributes, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Take them off.
What?
I gotta get you up and moving. Today's the day.
Maybe tomorrow's the day.
If you don't get up, your hips aren't gonna heal right.
I don't care.
You talk like your whole life is over.
I even know what my life was.
You were into gymnastics.
I wasn't into gymnastics, stupid. It was my career.
Your career?
My mom worked double shifts so I could be in the gym 5 hours a day. And I knew that if I worked really hard, someday she wouldn't have to anymore. I ranked #1 at the Future Stars Nationals last year. I was going to the Rio Olympics. I was next. When my hip started to hurt, I thought that I pulled a muscle, so I trained through it. I'm not next anymore. I'm #0.
Hey, no, you're not. Maybe this part might be over. You got time to do all sorts of things.
They said that if the surgery was successful, I might be able to ride a bike. Because that's as good as having your face on a Slurpee cup, right? You might understand if you've ever been great at something, been best at something. So yeah, my life is over. At 13, I get to ride a bike and go to school and wait to die.
She could use some acting classes.
About the IV heparin you ordered for room 3?
Is there a problem?
Dr. Richardson insists I give sub-Q enoxaparin.
The hell is Dr. Richardson? Yeah, ignore it.
I tried. He keeps insisting and really upsetting the patient.
How annoying.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
It's Bob.
I have a little problem, Bob.
I'm here to help.
You're supposed to be our eyes in the sky, correct? Then how about you just do that? Don't question my medical decisions. If I order my intern to give IV heparin, I want IV heparin.
I guess you haven't read the results from the Synergy trial.
Got a lot of time to read, Bob. Hanging out in your underwear, watching your wall of monitors. Because that same trial found that there was more bleeding.
The pit's calling with a possible cardiac trauma in the field. Don't try and be a doctor, Bob. Just make sure my idiot interns don't screw up.
Give the IV heparin. Don't butt it.
Bob.
Dr. Russell? Dr. Kepner, trauma?
Trauma, sainted memory.
We're trying to save the department. I was wondering if I could talk to you about some ideas.
Got your email. Nice try.
Okay, numbers don't really matter.
Ever been to a TED conference? Finest minds of our generation under one roof.
That sounds great.
Innovation is what's going to save this hospital.
But
Good to meet you, Dr. Kepler.
Kepner!
Well.
This is a mess. I don't think we can fix this primarily.
Dust
Can you
yourself
check for
off
back
and
bleeding?
try again.
Cahill?
Me?
You're holding the clamp. If you can't do it, then
Okay. He doesn't have any.
means he has poor collateral flow. We're gonna need a shunt.
I can put it in if someone will get me a Rimmel tourniquet. Thank you. I used to do that.
You're riding a bike, huh?
Yeah, the bike's going 200 miles an hour.
So why did you stop in the first place?
Yeah, honey, got your page. You're worried about
Yeah,
it.
I wonder why.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to do the scan. It's carotid.
Is that Kepner?
Cahill, Dr. Shepard, hi.
So instead of telling us how to do our jobs, now you're just doing it.
No, she was in the right place at the right time. She probably saved his life.
Lucky for this guy, his chainsaw slipped today. Tomorrow he'd be dead already.
What do you got? Skateboarder versus car. Didn't have ID. The kid was slaloming hills with a buddy. EKG shows some changes, so I suspect cardiac trauma.
I need a portable x-ray up here, staff.
And let's get a TEE bedside.
Type in crosser 6 units, hang 2 units of O neg.
It's your buddy's name.
Rich
Does
Campion?
he have any allergies that you know of? Is he on any medication?
I don't know. Look, is he going to be okay?
Doing everything we can. No breath sounds on the right. Someone set up a chest tube. Looks like a mediastinal hematoma.
He's crashing. Where is that blood? Right here, doctor.
He has a medical ID. It must have broken off.
Hey, what's it say? What's he allergic to?
God.
What is he allergic to?
Okay, stop.
He's a Jehovah's Witness. We can't give him blood.
What?
They're prepping the OR for a bloodless surgery. Put him on a cell-saver machine and pump
That's
out
a
his
thing?
intravascular volume.
We're seriously repairing an aortic transection without blood. We could use blood.
We could also be arrested for assault and battery. I'm not joking. There are protocols in place for people who won't or can't accept supplemental blood. We do bloodless surgeries here all the time.
You ever done this? A bloodless aortic transection?
No.
Alex, you don't have her walking yet?
I mean, bitch. I'll be like, you gotta give me blood. Give me all the blood.
Really
I don't give a fuck.
That girl turned
Give
me
it
into a suicide
Give it
risk.
to me.
I'm gonna move her myself.
Excessive force. Bad cops go-to move.
You know what makes bad cop bad? When the good cop's mamby-pamby approach gets us nowhere.
A good cop's approach takes time. Bad cop is a notorious hothead.
I'm gonna go lie down.
His vitals are worse.
Do we have surgical glue?
Yes.
I want 2 Bovies set up. Joy, get my headlamp ready.
Wait a minute. Where is my gel foam? We're trying to keep blood loss to a minimum. Okay, let's go before he bleeds out. I can't cut. He'll lose too much blood. What do we do? We'll go in percutaneously. Get the OR ready. Let's move.
Oh my god.
Excellent, Dr. Gray. 19 more to go.
You're gonna choke, Gray. You'll choke and die, and I will dance and sing.
Damn it. Damn it. The mesh is bunching up at the pubic tubercle. Do not.
I understand this can be tricky at first. We'll see why a dozen hospitals around the country have already adopted this approach.
Check.
All right, that's the right idea.
Ah.
But
what?
Check.
Tell me what you don't like, because it looks perfect to me.
take a look at what Dr. Gray is doing over here. See how she doesn't rush? Cut the mesh just right. When done properly, the mesh will fit perfectly and not require extra sutures, thereby reducing the risk of future complications. Do this over, pay attention to the details, and take your time.
I would be happy to give you some pointers if you'd like.
Rich is still in surgery. Dr. Yang sent me down to talk to his family. They're gonna take him back up to the CCU. Is his family here?
Dude, like, dozens of them. You know, I swear, we hung out practically every day. He never once mentioned to me that he was a Jehovah's Witness. He never talked about it. Kinda don't think he is.
Well, maybe it was just a personal thing.
If you believed in something so hard that you would die for it, would you keep it a secret? Wouldn't you at least tell your friends?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I gotta get out of here. You call me when he's out.
It's no problem.
With which we ourselves are being comforted by God.
We can't repair the carotid under tension. It'll pull apart.
It's tricky. We can use one of these vessels to patch it. Chainsaw and shoot everything up pretty good.
I could take a piece of saphenous vein from the leg.
Good. Go ahead. Wrap the leg.
Scissors and betadine, please.
Right away, doctor.
So I hear somebody's nose came off?
Almost. Take a look.
I would, if we could find out where we're keeping the headlamps these days. And what should have shaved off half a second is now added 5. Thank you. Gauze, please. Oh, sorry. Meant to just say gauze. Please, just cost me 1/10 of a second.
All right, Avery, that's enough.
Gee, this is all about turning over the tables for her. I mean, I feel like I'm working the dinner shift at a Jumbo Burger. You should just replace us with surgical robots. Essentially what she's asking us to be. Tell us how to run an OR if you don't actually work in one. That's all I'm saying. You can tell Dr. Pantsy hasn't been in one in years.
Until today.
Well, I can repair this post-op. Just give me a shout when you're done. Thank you, doctors. Best of luck.
Thought I was gonna be fired.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's easier if there's a bad guy.
But people just care about this place.
I know you're all upset, especially you. But I also know that without me, you'd lose this entire hospital. If you need to blame me instead of thank me, I'm fine with that. Because I will know who saved it. I've saved a dozen before just like this one, and no one thanked me for those either.
It's a hard...
Let's add a CPK to his next blood draw.
I can't be mad at her. It's a business.
Try and stimulate blood production. Or we could give him blood and cut out the middleman.
We can also give IV iron dextrin.
Thanks, Bob.
We can give him iron. We can give him the components of blood, just not blood. His friend didn't even know that he was a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah. I'm just saying he's 19. How can he even know what he believes? When I was 19, I was a completely different person.
True that.
I wanted to be a radiologist.
I feel like I'm seeing a whole new you. Start his EPO and keep a close eye on his cred.
Right away, doctor. So you're fine with this? You're fine?
It doesn't matter what I think. He had an alert. It was very clear. No blood.
So there's nothing we can do?
Yeah, there is. We can talk to the family.
Good luck.
Shut up, Bob.
Simi, I need you to take my hand. I'm gonna help you sit
he
up.
did
and
have
swing
the
your
alert
legs
on
to the
him.
side. You're
Like,
gonna
if he
stand
didn't
up.
really think that,
Now.
I don't give you
or
permission to touch
believe
me.
it, why would he have that?
Bodily, I'll scream.
Bodily?
Simi, if you don't move, I'm gonna have
annoying.
to say that you're acting against medical advice. You will go home and you will rot. The muscles around your new hips will atrophy and you will probably never walk again.
Why do you care?
Because I'm your doctor. And I worked very hard to help you.
Wouldn't it suck if you didn't help me? If you went through all that training to become a big doctor, you did my operation, you did it just right, just perfect. You made me so I could walk again, but I didn't. Wouldn't you feel helpless? Like nothing matters. No matter how much you care, how hard you try, badly you want something. It will never
Where's
happen.
her family? What'd they say about that?
Everything is totally out of your control.
Where's the mom? And they need to talk some sense into this little twerp, little jerk.
Feel that?
Couldn't have
Over
done it better
her.
myself.
Yes. Yes, indeed. People often ask me how I can focus so much time on hernias and maintain this level of excitement. Perfection is exciting.
Is that great? I'm perfect. Look at me slow and steady over there. Can't even bother to participate. No, seriously, Gray, you okay?
Yeah. I just need to... Darn it. Something's wrong.
No.
You're right. I got comfortable and flip, and the universe is smacking me down for it.
What is going on?
There's a flutter. It can't be right.
He's kicking.
Oh, sweetie, this is not a bad thing.
What? It's not?
No, it's good. It's so good. Your baby's kicking.
He's lost a lot of blood.
I swear.
He'll make new blood.
It better be okay.
About
in
4
the long
days to
run.
make new blood cells. What would really help is blood transfusions.
No.
If you're worried about disease transmission, all of our blood is meticulously screened.
We believe that life is a gift from God, and we don't try to sustain it by taking in blood.
Let me be perfectly clear. Your son's condition is critical. Without blood, his organs will start shutting down. There is nothing we can do.
Oh, dear God.
Nothing is as good as blood. As his surgeon, I urge you to let us give him the best chance we can.
We have seen amazing miracles through prayer. If it's God's will. So you won't allow blood? Because prayer...
We appreciate all you're doing for our boy, but your blood wouldn't save his life, it would condemn him. Living with it would be so much worse for him than dying without it.
We understand. We will do everything in our power to keep your son alive.
Colvin said I was insulting him and
I don't get it,
everyone in
man.
this field. Beck
I don't
said
get
she
it.
doesn't talk to
fundraisers.
You talked about the numbers?
Each their own.
I mean, like barely at all.
We don't have a lot of time, but I'll see what I can do.
Oh, there's Redmond.
Hey, Tim. Saw your little Howie today when I was dropping Zola off at daycare. Yeah, Zola's at that age where she's just putting everything in her mouth. Just you wait. Legos, magnets, anything that is a choking hazard. Lucky for us, the ER's right downstairs.
Yeah, oh my God.
Wait, isn't that closing?
Dermatology has 2 fellows. Now, if we could just cut one of them, maybe we could...
You gotta connect with people, Cap.
I hate her. Oh, my intern. Why? Look at her all mopey-faced just because she didn't get her way.
We were never mopey-faced. We sucked it up.
Why aren't you in your skills lab?
Because the baby kicked.
Jerk.
No, it's good. It's great. Kicking's a good thing.
Jerk.
Maybe I should kick my intern.
Maybe my baby's kicking because it wants a granola bar.
It's possible.
What is she doing? Oh, you gonna get in trouble.
Stop right there.
You gonna get in trouble. Why would you do that when they're
You
watching
tried to
you?
give blood instead of fluids. The eyeball.
He has eyes. And a zoom lens.
Circling the drain, and he doesn't have to be. You never administer anything to a patient without my orders. On the timeline of doctoring, you are an amoeba. You deserved a chance. You have passion. You still have to do what I say. I am your boss trying to save this patient's life. Get out of here. You're off my service. Now.
I'm sorry.
I kind of like her. I've been wanting more from her. I'm glad I'm getting it.
Get her fired. She didn't do anything. There's nothing to tell.
She's right, you know. He's circling the drain.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Ready? Fingers crossed.
Yes, the sutures will hold.
There'll be no bloodbath.
Okay, let's go, doctor. Remove your clamps. Dr. Cahill.
Okay, good. I totally wasn't sure that was gonna work.
But you did great. I never thought you'd spend a day outside of Manoa.
Thank you very much. Good God. I have to go. You're all right if I'm...
No, we're not done. We need to finish debriding. We need to put in drains, clothes. Then you to tell the family that you saved him. He's alive because of you. And then they get to thank you. And that's the best part.
10 blade, please.
They always cut the lowest on the totem pole first.
Yeah, but the lowest is cheaper.
You gotta stop. All these cuts, the reconfiguring, this is designed to make the hospital run more efficiently. That means Cahill is planning for the hospital to have a future. If you're gonna have a hospital, there's one thing you can't cut.
Doctors.
Crap, my patient's coding.
See that? We save lives, people.
And
You're
cheaper.
Right.
We are that future.
Y'all are cheaper than the ones who've been there a long time.
You hope. So you can talk all you want and work hard. You can empty more urine bags than the next guy. The future, kids, is completely out of your control.
Negative Nancy.
Jeff, how's the research coming?
Your sidekick already made the pitch. Not gonna happen.
Your team can watch the TED Talks online.
Real
This
cause?
isn't about me. This is what's good for the hospital.
You know what might open my heart to your cause? Your parking space.
My space is right next to yours. It's not even an advantage.
I don't want to swap. I want them both. I don't want you dinging my doors.
What?
I want both spots so I can park in the middle.
How's your sister, Jeff?
Really? Really? You're really gonna go there?
Well, I'll never forget how grateful you were when I clipped her aneurysm. And you said, if there's anything I can ever do for you.
This is just plain bullying.
Say goodbye to Ted, Jeff.
I still want your parking space.
We'll swallow your poison
So
berries now, Weber.
stupid.
And the girl who is on fire.
Check. Very good, Dr. Weber. It's just, I'm confused. Where's the mesh?
Oh, I didn't use any. I want to give you a look at the Weber method so you can see just what you're missing.
It's lovely, but
When I use the relaxing incision, I achieve the same result without the use of mesh.
this method will no longer be performed at Seattle Grace. The method we learned today, the accepted method for open primary repairs hospital-wide.
Cogs in an assembly line, churning out product over and over. How good can that care be when we see 50 patients in a day? That kind of volume, who in the hell knows? As long as you can slap a sign on the door that says over 10 million served.
You're missing the point. The patients don't matter. Obviously, I didn't mean that. We're only concerned about hernias right now. I mean...
What?
That is really quite good. In the months to come, I think everyone should follow your lead. Keep it up.
The patients don't matter.
How long has it been? 26 minutes. Push another epi and charge again to 200. Clear. Still nothing. Charge 200 again. Clear.
I don't know how you could let your kid die at 19 when blood could save their life. I can't wrap my head around it.
Okay, I'm calling it. Time of death. 6:42.
He didn't have to die. All they had to do was let us give him blood.
CCU is full of people we pump full of blood and they still die. You know, what you did was wrong in about 100 different ways. I plan on telling you all of them, just not right now. Because right now, I have to go talk to their family.
And I bet they're going to say, what about the blood? What about the blood? Can't you give him blood now?
Hey, how'd it go? Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, see? Officer Hard-ass, your approach doesn't always work either.
You need to get up now. You need to take a few steps. Remember how it feels. I know how hard this is, but you want this.
You don't know what I want.
No. Okay. I lost my leg.
Probably should have led with her, to be honest.
And I was scared. I thought that I would never be able to do the things that I like to do anymore, but I did. I operated on you.
They send the cripple in to teach me how to live my life.
She's a turd.
Okay.
You can be scared and you can be pissed. And you can lie here like a garden slug, but you will not become a monster that takes everyone else down with them. You will treat people with kindness and respect, and you will start with yourself. Start by standing up, or I will drag your ass out of this bed. So, 1, 2,
3. Okay. All right, good. Good. Good.
Wow.
Great.
Look at that. You got it.
Good job. All right. Look at you. It's gonna live.
Sometimes people need
Thank you.
someone
You
to...
shouldn't be thanking. It wasn't for her.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Someone to lay it on them, you know? Bailey with the hoodie, the zippy.
Please. Off to celebrate, are we?
Nobody got anything to say to you? You said the patients don't matter.
Well, change can be rough. Once you get used to it, you'll never believe you did a hernia repair any other way. That sweatshirt is quite becoming on you.
It's itchy. I did forget what a rush it is.
Saving someone's life? Yeah, it's not bad. We could do that again tomorrow if we had an ER.
We figured it out. We can save the ER.
We got each department to make some cuts. It is going to work.
I'm sorry. You misunderstood. No amount of budget cutting is going to save your ER or your hospital for that matter.
Why?
You're getting us ready to sell.
What?
A buyer is going to save your hospital. I just need to make it presentable.
I'm sorry. What? It's
You're staging it like a house.
Exactly. And the ER, like the shag carpet, it's gotta go. Sorry. I had a wonderful time today.
How much is it for sale for? That's fucked. But it's a business, bro. It's business. Business is business.
To really be efficient,
Easier said than done.
you have to eliminate what doesn't work.
It's business.
You have to figure out what's important.
So are people gonna show up there thinking that it's open, and then they're gonna have to go somewhere else?
Right now?
Y'all better send a fucking bulletin.
Or both, whichever.
Right now, I'm going to drink a lot. That's all I know.
Can I buy the first one?
And hold on tight to the things that matter most.
Wow. I felt that. Oh.
Aren't you cute?
Soccer player.
Aren't you too cute? That episode was pretty good. I mean, it was kind of fillery with some stuff, but I think like what I'll latch on to is it's the day that the fucking emergency room closed. That's crazy. I, for some reason, thought like every hospital had an emergency room unless it was like a cancer institute or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like children's hospital. I bet you can't just go there for the emergency room or whatever, but I always thought that like a hospital just had an emergency room. You learn something new every day. I can't wait to see what happens next. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. See you on the next one. Bye.